Hi everyone, I am Priyanka Charwat, a chartered accountant by profession. Our today's topic for discussion is regarding tax planning. The famous saying goes that a penny saved is a penny earned. Tax saving is one of the way in which we can save taxes and which will increase our income. The Income Tax Act provides a lot of options under which after expenditure, investments and savings we will be able to save our tax. So let's discuss some of the tax planning options. Also, I would like to advise that the best time for tax planning is from the beginning of the financial year itself, so as to avoid last moment hurried decision. Let's start with Section 80C. Section 80C is one of the most popular tax saving plan for amongst all individuals and HUF, wherein an amount of rupees 1,50,000 is eligible as deduction. Some of the examples include tax saving mutual funds, 5-year fixed deposits, public provident funds, senior citizen savings scheme, etc. The other option is Section 80E, wherein we can claim interest paid on education loan. So if we have taken an education loan in the name of ourselves, our spouse or our children, then we will be able to claim the interest which we have paid on the education loan. And there is no limit for the interest which can be claimed as a benefit. Also, we need to keep in mind that there is a period of 8 years up to which we are eligible to claim this deduction. The next one is Section 80D, wherein we can claim the benefit of the health insurance premium paid by us on the health insurance taken on ourselves as well as our family. So here we get a deduction of rupees 25,000. Thus, if we are a senior citizen, then there is a deduction of 50,000. An additional deduction is available in case we have taken a health insurance in the name of our parents. So there is an additional deduction of 25,000 rupees. And in case they are a senior citizen, then there is an additional deduction of 50,000 rupees. So we can say that in case we are a senior citizen and in case our parents we are paying health insurance premium, the total deduction will be available for an amount of rupees 1 lakh. The next one is the tax benefit that we can claim on the house loan we have taken. So the principal repayment which we do can be claimed as a deduction under Section 80C. And regarding the interest, if the property is a self-occupied property, then there is a limit of 2 lakh rupees. And in case the property is a let-out property, then there is no limit on the amount of interest that we can claim as tax benefit. The next option is the tax benefit that we can claim on the rental expenses. So there are two cases. The first one is a case where HRA is a part of a salary component. So in this case, we will be eligible for a tax benefit of the least amount of the following three. The first one, the actual amount of HRA. The second, 50% in case of a metro city. 50% of the basic pay plus DA will be allowed. And in case of a non-metro city, 40% will be allowed. The third option, actual rent paid less 10% of the basic salary plus DA. And the second case is where HRA doesn't form part of a salary component. So in this case, we can claim deduction under Section 80GG, wherein the least amount of the following three will be allowed. The first one, 5,000 per month basis. The second one, 25% of the total income. And the third one, annual rent less 10% of the total income. The next option is investment in an NPS account. So once the limit of 80C is exhausted, we can take the benefit of investing in an NPS account for an amount of rupees 50,000. The next option is medical expenses. So here we can get a benefit of rupees 15,000, wherein after submission of the medical bills to our employer, we will be allowed a benefit of rupees 15,000. So the next option is leave travel allowance. In case you get LTA from your employer, then you can claim it as a benefit, wherein there is a block period of 4 years and you can claim this benefit twice out of the total 4 years. The next benefit is regarding meal vouchers. So in case we are getting free meal coupons from our employers and the cost per meal is up to rupees 50, then we can claim a benefit of up to 2 meals on per day basis. The next option is regarding the interest benefit on the loan taken for purchase of an electric vehicle. This benefit is available for an individual So in case you have taken a loan for purchase of an electric vehicle between the period of April 2019 and March 2023, then you will be eligible to claim the interest paid on the loan. And the point to be noted is that the loan is to be taken from a bank or a non-banking financial institution only. So these were some of the tax saving options available to us. And lastly, I would like to advise you that we should not wait for the last moment for our tax planning. Mostly we have seen that most of us invest in the last month of March, but what is advisable is we should start investing from the beginning of the financial year itself, wherein we will be able to explore the n number of tax planning options, and in case we require an expert, then we can take consultancy from them as well. I hope that this video was useful to you, and in case of more queries, you can get in touch with our tax and finance expert. For more such videos, do subscribe to our channel. Thank you.